Today I want to talk to you about 5 fragrances that I wore the most of this summer 2023. I wore these 5 fragrances a ton, and I look for 3 things in a fragrance, especially for the summer. I want it to be fresh, I want it to be unique, and I want it to be long lasting. These fragrances check all those boxes, so let's hop into the list. These are in no particular order. These are just 5 of the fragrances that I wore the most this summer. Coming up first is Ood Lemon Mint by Mancera. This is an incredibly long-lasting summer fragrance, and it's got the note of oud, which is pretty unique in a summer composition, but this is fresh. You've got some almond in there, although it doesn't go gourmand. There is a nice, unique touch of almond in this fragrance that I really enjoy. Funnily enough, there's no actual mint in this fragrance, but it does give that fresh, lemon, minty kind of a feel to it. This is a massive compliment getter. I think because of the performance, how long lasting it is, and how unique this fragrance comes across. This is one that I cannot do summer without, especially summer nights when you have the oud in the base and it kind of adds a sensuality and a seduction to the base notes of this fragrance. I cannot recommend Ood Lemon Mint enough. I think a lot of different age ranges can pull this off, but because of the long-lasting power of this fragrance and the smooth nature, the fresh nature of this, the hyper woody nature of this is an ultra masculine option for the summertime that I recommend that you guys check out. Up next, we've got Mists of Time by Gallagher Fragrances. I got this towards the beginning of the summer, and man, I wore the heck out of this fragrance. It's not only a beast mode performer, this is a great unisex option. Both men and women can reach for this, and I think you would feel totally comfortable wearing it. There's the notes here on the front, so I'm gonna read them off to you. It's candied orange, mandarin, blackcurrant, patchouli, birch, and mineral notes. This is a very sweet, fruity vibe with the candied mandarin up at the top, but as the birch starts to come in the base, you get a little bit of smokiness. It never loses its sweetness, but you do get kind of a smoky, nice, darker birch note, and then mixed with the mineral notes in the base. This creates an incredibly unique fragrance that will have people asking what you are wearing. I'm absolutely loving this. I love this indie brand, Gallagher Fragrances. They make awesome releases. Mist of Time is no exception to that, but I loved wearing this in the summer. I probably wore it once a week and just really enjoyed it. The patchouli is in there, darkening it up as well. This just smells like a very completed, dark, woody, fruity mandarin type of scent for both men and women. And I think you guys should definitely check out Mists of Time, at least grab a sample of this. This was a stunner all summer long. In the high heat, this does wonders on your skin. Moving right along, we have God of Fire by Stefan Ambarluca. This fragrance I picked up last month in Italy, and it already has made my most worn fragrances of the summertime. I wore the heck out of this in the last month, and you just cannot, in my opinion, I don't have a better mango-based fragrance in my collection. This is one that is going to grab attention. It's gonna last a long time. There's kind of this fizzy, aromatic mango at the top, but it's a very natural smelling mango, and you're gonna get that throughout the fragrance. There is some oud in the base, but this is not an overly oud forward fragrance. It's kind of in the base just to anchor the fragrance. And I think this actually leans a bit more feminine than masculine. So fellas out there, try it on your skin. I think it's an awesome option, but I do think it kind of leans a bit more feminine if I were to put a gender on it. But this one, either way, from the bottle, the packaging is absolutely stunning. The fragrance is going to garner attention. This is one that I am so happy that I picked up. I had been hearing about it for a very long time. I finally got my hands on a bottle, and I have been loving it all summer long. So God of Fire, highly recommend it to you. An absolutely killer release from Stefan Ambarluca. If you guys have been keeping up with me recently, I've kind of been talking about this fragrance a lot. This is Mon Tobacco Verano by Ormond Jane. This is one of the very best fresh tobacco fragrances on the market. If you're somebody like me who loves tobacco, I love tobacco fragrances, spicy, boozy, woody, heavy kind of a fragrances, but I don't wear those in the summertime. So this is something that I reach for to kind of scratch the itch, that tobacco itch. If I'm wanting something with just a nice light tobacco running through it, I reach for this. This is not a tobacco forward scent, as the name might suggest. It's actually very fresh. There's bergamot, there's a lot of citruses up in the top, but it kind of gets very clean and musky towards the middle. And then you start to pick up on those light tobacco nuances. It is my current favorite fragrance from the brand of Ormond Jane. I just get so excited when springtime rolls around and I can start pulling this out. This is just so fresh that it's not something I really think about wearing during the colder months. So for that reason, it gets a ton of wear during the summertime. This is just so uplifting and energizing. It's one of my favorite fragrances currently, honestly. So I cannot recommend enough that you check out Mon Tobacco Verano by Ormond Jane. I know I said these were in no particular order, but the last fragrance of the day has kind of become my number one for summertime. And while I still think it could be a signature scent, you could pull it off all year round, there is something in this fragrance that does magic on your skin in the heat. I'm talking about Basso by Sospiro. This, to me, smells like a 5-star hotel. Like you walk into a 5-star hotel and you're kind of like, man, it smells good in here, and you kind of wonder what it is. If you're looking for something like that, you gotta check out Basso. This is woody citrus. Common theme on this video is woody citrus fragrances, but those are some of my favorites. But you have florals in here. You've got some spices in the middle. And it just creates a incredibly masculine, versatile fragrance. This is a Swiss Army knife of a fragrance if I've ever seen one. Like I said, you can pull it off all year round. I think it has the performance for that. I think it has the woody qualities that can get you by in the cooler months. Sometimes if things are too fresh, and in the cool weather, your skin can be dry and they just don't last as long. I could see this lasting still on your skin. There are things about this scent profile that are just highly unique. Yeah, you have grapefruit, you have citruses up top that kind of give it that classic fresh feel, but you also have some florals in the mid, like carnation, you have mayflower, and then in the base, you get some oak moss, you get some sandalwood. This is not a floral fragrance by any means. Those are just kind of supporting characters in the formula, but this is one that is a CEO type of a fragrance. This is a boss kind of a fragrance. You could wear this to nights out with your friends, to a business meeting that's very important, suited up, incredibly versatile. And like I said, in the summer heat, this just radiates off of your skin. I put some on my skin and some on my clothes. I get 8 to 10 hours, and with a scent like this, I think that that is great performance. This is gonna give you flashes of Terre d'Hermès by Hermès, but this is just taken to the absolute highest quality possible and is far superior to that fragrance. It is more expensive, but you get what you pay for. And with this one, when I run out, I'll be paying for it all over again. Basso by Sospiro. So there you have it, my most worn fragrances for summer of 2023. I gotta know, what have you guys been wearing this summer? What were your most worn fragrances? What are some that I didn't mention or maybe you don't see here that I should check out for summer of 2024? Let's get a conversation started down in the comment section, and I will see you guys soon.